My name is Shada Karaka. I study, I am a midwifery student, fourth year, nursing line. In 1948, the Israeli occupations took our village. I'm from Allar. They took it, and our grandparents, they came to the Hesha camp, stay there until the UNRWA built for them a small home, like a small room, not a small room. In the Hesha camp, it's a very different camp from another different, because we sometimes wake up hearing some shooting, because we found Israeli soldiers in our camp. Yesterday they killed Ramzi. He was nursing, and I trained with him in Arab Society Hospital. They killed him. He was going to Hebron, to the hospital, to take care for some ladies. And when he come back in Hebron, in the road, there was an accident with him, and he can't control his car, so he's go in the side where's the Israeli soldiers, so they shoot him.
It's difficult to be in an environment like every day you have shooting or bombing, and every second you may have someone died in your city, or maybe it's going to be your neighbor who's going to die. But as Palestinians, we all know that we're strong enough to defend in this to face these problems, and to keep facing the Israeli occupation. As we all know, every 2 weeks soldiers come to have to get dressed, some of the guys from the refugee camp, so in front of our house, and they just keep shout on us if we just open a window or open a door. So it's so bad for living next to refugee camp. So how about living in the refugee camp?
Do you know they need to be education and to have healthy, to go to the doctor if they want. There's no fund. Yeah, there's no job. Hope to find work or to continue my study. If you live in the camp, you see how the people love each other. If there's something bad happened in the camp, all the people came. All the people yesterday, all the camp start to put frame for Ramzi pictures.
My name is Ahmed.
I don't play. I wanna train to play al-oud. Do you know al-oud? This.
We want peace.
Yes, we want peace, and we to return to our lands. And Jerusalem is the capital city of Palestine.
How did he kill the little boy?
Little boy, he was in the camp with. He was in the camp. He heard the shooting and the sound of the bomb. All these things. He was asleep in his grandmother's house, so he left the house to go to see what is going outside, and he found Israeli soldiers in the camp. So one of the Israeli soldiers start to speak with Arkan, little kids, and he tell him, come here, I need to talk with you, and he start to speak with him with bad words. There's a video on Facebook for the Israeli soldiers, and he's told Arkan bad words. So Arkan want to change his place to protect himself. When he change his place, they shoot him on his chest. Yeah.
Shantu, Shantu, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Shantu, Shantu, Alhamdulillah.
What are you saving for?
I'm saving money for buy al-oud. Yes.
How much do you think you saved already?
200. I think, yeah, 200.
It's good, little by little.
It should, yeah, it's very expensive, 700, yeah.
No, it's
I should
okay.
put more.
There's no future for us. we can't live and we can't do what we want. We can't do anything.
I hope in the future, and we are the people who will do the freedom. Yeah, there's a hope. If there's a hope, we cannot live. Seriously, yeah, we can't live without hope.
I have a blue ID, so I must study in Jerusalem. So I have every morning to wake up like 5:30, 6 at the early at the morning. Have like get a bus to go to Jerusalem. But for me, there's because everyone will wake early so they can reach their work, schools, so there will be traffics. Most of the soldiers just if they like find something suspicious with you, they will stop you and check you and investigate with you. So, as they say, there is no family in Palestine. There is no one that got arrested, or there is no one got killed in it or got shot at least. It's not like a normal person in Palestine. Want a house, a car, a work, so I can live till something happens and solve our problems.
It's about control. Yani, simply if the British had that famous say, which is divide and control, now most of the regimes, because we know that the world is led by one power, which is capitalism, led by the Americans. Their slogan is terrify and rule. For that, they wanted us all to be afraid from each other first, and then from the regime. Because the Palestinian Authority and their corrupted regime system is completing the game for the Israelis. They are issuing high taxes, they are making obstacles in my way. I had to reach Britain in order to feed my children, to find a job, because I'm not from their party. And it's a matter of time that these walls will be broken and these checkpoints, and we will face each other face to face, and their people will start to think, not to make their radical leadership think on their behalf. And you can't find anybody who were arrested just one time in his life. This is unique. So when you have people who will take this line, they will spend years going in and out and in and out. So how can you work with people while they are still inside this pressure? So in the end, it's not just throwing money, and money will never be the help, because the history is talking about the Palestinian revolution, which used to be the most richest revolution with the history knew. But what exactly the money did? It corrupted our aims, and we ended up without it because we did not manage to use it in a proper way to make long-term investments where we can have our liberty. We are using it for the daily basis, and we are using it for salaries, and in the end, nothing changed. It's about determination and clear aims and the belief that this have an end and there will be a light by the end of this tunnel. That's it. If you believe in this, if you raise your children on this fact, it will happen. I'm not ready at all to go anywhere to talk to Israelis now, but I believe that they have a job among their society to start a serious revolution for their sake, not for us. Because for us, they consider that we are the enemy, but what they are facing is a serious minor crisis, and they can't hide it. And when anybody commit a massacre, like what's happening in Gaza or what happened yesterday in Hebron, they feel the shame inside them, but they can't, nobody have the courage or the talent to stand up and shout enough. we are in 2018 now. Nobody is acting or treating human beings like we do. I know and I believe that this will happen and this spring will hit them, but I hope that it will come in the right time.